Please welcome undefeated Tomasz Adamek. He is the WBC #1 contender. Please welcome Paul Hurricane Briggs.
All right, we're set to go with this big first fight of the evening. It's for the WBC Light Heavyweight Championship of the world. Adamek is an unknown factor. He's beat everybody, knocked out most. 20 knockouts and 28 wins, so Briggs will have to be cautious early of Paul's fights, and I can tell you this kid can fight. And for Paul Briggs, Briggs is very strong. He hasn't fought anybody in the class of Briggs.
Coming up on August 13th, more exciting boxing action. Rock Rockman versus Monty Two Guns Barrett in the WBC Int 559-12-12.
He's fought in Spain and Germany, huge next to Paul Briggs. They both weigh the same. Paul's only 5'11". It's a big with Jack Mosley. He's really dedicated. Paul's from the Gold Coast. Seconds here of this first round. I see that Briggs is running. He get knocked down in the second round, but he came back and the WBC eliminated to win that fight. Chopping first round. Briggs not doing much. Harry nails him with the right hand. As Paul with the left hand backs the guy off. When he enters that kill zone, he better be throwing. Extraordinary reach, 75.5 inches to 71. Adamek comes downstairs. That doesn't bother Briggs. Briggs a very tough kid. By blood, by birth. That one block, nice stiff left hand by Adamek. Paul Briggs in the black trunks facing you. He goes first round. Third man in the ring, by the way, is Tim Adams. This Paul with a nice stiff jab. All right, the bell ends round one. So that's a good Adamek round. And of course, the crowd in attendance in this very good team is Adamek with a stiff jab that he catches with a light right hand. Paul Briggs, he's a game guy. This guy, Muay Thai boxer who went to Thailand as a young. All right, here we go. This is round two. The Colonel, Bob Sheridan here in Chicago. And now Paul Briggs is split wide open. I don't know what hit him.
Step right there.
But we got to find out whether we got to find out if it's a head or a glove.
Caused by a headbutt.
Caused by a headbutt. The doctor in. Watch the heads come together right there. But it's an accidental headbutt. And that often happens when you have a tall back in. So that cut is serious. And he's right hand falls a little bit short. And Briggs is really fired up in the face of Briggs. I mean, this guy looks like Goliath. Left hook, big left hook that time. It's not over the eye and it's not in the lid. But it's a bad cut. It's deep. Stiff jab by Fancy. He's just so big. And that's where his power comes from. Tries to drill the body of Paul Briggs. With this back to you in red, Tomasz Adamek has risen to the occasion. Briggs goes with his jab. Boy, doesn't it look like David Goliath here? Adamek is huge.
Two Guns Barrett in the WBC Interim Heavyweight Championship. Save the date, August 13th. For tickets, call 312-559-1212.
Either better hang on and slide down the rope fence. Briggs has a concerned look on his face, too. As the left hook. Adamek right back. Paul's wife arrived to his daughter, Aramea. His son's name is right now, as the blood is coming down pretty hard. This is going to be over again, because remember, a cut inside of a no contest. Paul Briggs is very swollen underneath. And if Adamek was smart, he'd stop and try and get this thing in the later rounds. But that isn't the nice stiff jab, cracks him again with the right heavy. I'd be circling to my left. And I let this thing go to the scorecards because Adamek has won the first two rounds. After the fourth round is complete, it goes to the scorecards. And in my opinion, Adamek has won the first two rounds. And there is a sense of urgency for Paul Briggs with that cut. Again, his cut man is a good one, and Max Garcia. Adamek just looks huge in this. I saw a couple of tapes against him. Nice right hand that backs him up. Briggs might have him staggered. Paul is all over him. Here's your sense of urgency. And Briggs has got to keep the pressure on him. He's a pressure fighter, and Adamek doesn't hold up to the pressure too well in the fights I've seen him, but Paul hasn't been able to pressure.
Action. Global Glory. 559-1212.
And parry that jab with his left hand, and then Briggs is really a better looking fighter to me against a very good slickness to Paul. Good upper body movement, even though Adamek is very strong. Those punches were blocked by Paul. That one taken sort of up on the top of the head. We're in round 3, and he needs it. Big cracking right hand. With the hard body shot that continues to stream down the left side of the face. Accidental headbutt inside of the 4 rounds is that Briggs could win the fight, but he's got to win this round, and then he's got to win the 4th. As it is right now, Adamek would win the fight based on the fact that I think he just won this 3rd round with 35 seconds to go, but he needs to again trying to invite him in and counterpunching him. And now right back comes Briggs. Briggs has landed the power shots in this round, but that blood is becoming the 3rd round. Doesn't want to stand here without by Briggs. He's making that jab a punch, and the bell ends the 3rd.
You got the jab, and move to the side. You understand?
Paul wanted me to say hello to Danny Green. He knows because that comeback fight coming up in July. And look at, he sets him up, drives off the back foot, textbook stop, and then bang! He nails him with the right hand. Look at the legs now of Adamek. You see? A little sloppy on the knees, a little heavy on the heels. Now he tries to nail him with another shot. Comes with an uppercut in case it's stopped in the next round. Up on his toes. Nobody's landed anything in the first few seconds here of this round. There's that stiff jab of Briggs. Remember the height. Briggs able to stagger him in the 3rd. As he did in the 1st round. And Briggs on an inside. He's got to do his feint more. Jack Mosley teaching him to feint. He covers himself up pretty good that time. Adamek drills the body by Briggs. Adamek in front of him. Scores with a light shot taken on the back of the gloves by Briggs. Briggs is waiting too much now. Adamek, if Briggs can't let him have this round. Don't forget, the crowd is heavily in favor of Adamek. They're cheering for Adamek all the way. This is a tough road to hold for Paul. Adamek making it tough for him. Nice jab. A little puffy around his eyes now. He's never faced anybody like Briggs. His jab. So he's got to throw more right hands. They're just tough guys. Him up with a jab. Paul a little frustrated right now as he goes in that kill zone without throwing. That is the right hand. A foot movement by Adamek. Won't Paul Briggs either. But there's no cut there. This is that Adamek has outboxed Briggs in the 4th round and leads it 3 rounds to 1. And that's significant. Meehan, Costa Zoo. Look at this. This is a pretty good middle of the round for Adamek. Rocky Katsidas, Shannon Paul is so proud to be fighting for the world title here, but it's not going his way. It's a tough fight for him. He's got to land more right hands, and he can't seem to get to this guy. This is round 5. The Colonel, Bob Sheridan, here in Chicago. Heavyweight championship of the world.
Glory. Battle for pride and 559-12-12.
As he tried that sneaky left-hand uppercut, I'd like to see him come with a right even round through the midway point. Adamek not very successful difference. I like that feint to his left and then back to his right. That's good movement, getting the angles. Now blood is trickling from the nose of Adamek. Last fight over Ismail Abdul in Warsaw, Poland. Had a guy by the name of Jervolov in Finland before that. And then guys by the name of Beard, Dalton, and Pelahio. And against those guys, he didn't look that good. Paul just got clipped with a good right hand and another good right. Adamek really nailed him with that right hand right on top of that cut. And that cut again, and the heads come together. Adamek has a real look of confidence on his face right now as the blood trickles from his nose. Polish kid is a tough fighter. He's a lot better than what I thought I saw in the films. And with his huge size advantage over Paul, Paul just looks like a little... And I know Briggs has got a big heart. Got to land more of those. Right back with the right hand of his own. And right back comes Briggs. So they seesaw with the right hands. And the bell ends, but I'm afraid that's Adamek's round again.
August 13th, more exciting boxing action. Global Glory. Battle for 559-12-12.
3rd round. And Paul just not showing the sense of... And that's to the credit of Max Garcia. Well, there's a great cut man in Jim Strickland as well. But he's not cut. He's just puffy around his eye. So far, it's just the size difference from what I can see. Take a look at the score sheets. That can be either good or bad for Paul. He's been into the 10th round, entering strange territory. Paul, on the other hand, in his last 2 fights, has been 12 rounds. He's been 14 knockouts inside of 4 rounds. But we're past that, too. Basic journeyman fighters early. And this is a tough Briggs to the punch here. Paul has got to land more right hands. He's got to come with uppercuts. And he must be afraid great reach advantage. The way to offset that is to get outside of his jab. Now circles to his left. He needs to circle to his right. Stiff jab. There's the right. Off that shoulder. When he's out there, he can land it. When he's right in front of him, he can't. So Briggs must get his... Didn't quite catch him right. It's tough. But the right hand is landing. Now, I can't tell whether that's Briggs' blood on the cheek of Adamek or Adamek is cut. Adamek clips him, and Paul comes right back. Leg movement. Briggs, I think, has won this round. This has been a good... There's that jab of Adamek. Briggs needs to land one more if he can. There's the bell to end it. That's a pretty good round for Briggs. Good Angelo Hyder and Jeff Fennick and trainers of that sort over there. You've got good trainers in Australia, but it's the sparring that's difficult to get. So for the boxers over there, that are Green and especially Shannon Taylor, he's sometimes short, but he had a pretty good 6th round.
Battle for Pride and Country featuring Sergey White Wolf Lakovich from Belarus versus Owen What the Heck Beck from Jamaica in a heavyweight elimination bout. For tickets, call 312-559-1212.
To drill the body to no avail. Having a similar to that night that David Tour was having. Staggered him in the 3rd round, and he had a good 6th round. And this round has turned out to be just a nice job. Adamek is outboxing Briggs in the 7th round again. And Paul can't afford to give this round away. He's creeping back score sheet, but have Adamek out in front by 3 rounds. This ball is standing right in front of him. When he stands right in front, not only is he not as hittable, but he lands better shots right, moving to his right. By far, Adamek's best opponent for Briggs is Paul. But again, he had to go 12. Type Davis up in Homebush Bay there, and others. So that has him ready for this fight. But neither one of those guys banged. Going to the bank, but he's not drawing any money. Adamek continues to outbox. As Adamek, like that move by Adamek, like face to his left. There's the right hand by Briggs. Got him pretty good. That was Adacio for doing a nice job here helping out.
Let's go, seconds out.
Look at that right.
Briggs trailing in my scorecard. 5 points, as it were. Briggs tries to go with the right hand lead. Remember, Adamek has only been to the 8th round in a very few occasions. Is Paul coming on with the uppercut? He's been to the 10th round. That's it for Adamek, never 12. Nice stiff, nice right hand! Rocked Adamek! He caught him with a good right. A lot of time in this round. Paul's going to see a sense of urgency.
Battle for Pride and Country featuring Sergey White Wolf Lakovich from Belarus versus Owen What the Heck Beck from Jamaica in a heavyweight elimination bout. For tickets, call 312-559-1212.
That right hand shot. This kid's in great shape. He never would have been able to. The ropes is a bad idea. Good stiff jab by Briggs. The blood continues to come down the cheek. Dan backing off now is Adamek. He doesn't have the power on that jab when he's backing off. He plants, goes with the right hand lead. Paul, loop. Minute 15 seconds to go in the 8th round. He needs to be sure he wins this round. Right back to Paul, and he's ready to drop him. The Polish kid's ready to go. Briggs is all over. On. The Polish people don't like what they're seeing. The Aussies that are in attendance love it. Andrew Bellum has come all the way here from Melbourne, and he is thrilled. Paul is waiting. He's patient. He's 28 seconds, 27 seconds. Paul is superbly confident, but he's behind in the fight. Don't fool with this guy, Briggs. Don't fool with him. And Paul just shakes. Briggs attacks. This is his best round of the fight. He staggered him once before, but look at this kid get back. We got us a war. It's a war. They're close to the 8th round. Briggs stand up.
He must win this round.
Now watch Briggs when he nails him and wobbles him. The first time, early in the time, but Paul, no sense of urgency. It's a counter right-hand shot. Now look at this. Watch the legs of Adamek. If he's not in the kind of condition he's in, he's going to drop. But he hangs. Briggs doesn't panic, and I like that. He doesn't really push for the knockout. And then later on in the round, I should say. Terrific fight, by the way, folks. I hope you're enjoying this fight. Tony Caradona on the fight tonight. Been broken with that one. He's got blood coming from his nose. His eyes may have a broken nose. Briggs nails him with a left hook. He can't take too many serious headshots anymore. He's as tough as nails, and he's in great shape. Now, Briggs, as you know, was cut back in the seconds in Australia. This is an example of what dedication can do when you come over to the States and just dedicate yourself to boxing. Briggs is a great leader.
It's call 312-559-1212.
He's tough. That's what it means. Simple job with a very coachable fighter. Looping right hand. Backs off the Polish kid. Polish kid here in a very predominantly Polish town. They tell me right hand by Briggs lands. Again, heels are heavy. He bounces back with landing. It's a very even round. It's up for grabs. Now Adamek's outboxing him. There's pretty blood. And blood continues to come down. The left hook lands. Adamek catches him. Briggs counters him. It's the counter left and the counter right hand. When Adamek throws his power shot, he exposes himself. Nice uppercut. Where's that bit? It's very tough to call this ninth round. Nice stiff jab by Paul. Now he's waiting. I don't like it when he camps out in front of him. He's got to get his angle. And now he's on. There's Adamek on the assault. And that's going to capture probably the round of the judges' scorecards. Not a lot between them as the bell ends the ninth round. But I think Adamek trains on bead power. A natural way to train with honey. And it's paying off in this. But look at this. Adamek having a good round in that counter right hand. Now, is that enough for the judges to give that round? Because by the way, that book that Gary Todd put out, Boxing's Greatest Workouts, goes to the era of Muhammad. A big house favorite here is in red trunks, Tomasz Adamek. Tonight we want to say hello to the people watching it in English because it's also in Polish over there. We welcome you, and your man's having a pretty good night so far. And of course, Galata is our main event of the evening. Main event. Adamek back to pumping that pistol-like jab in the face of the pound. Sitting on the ropes is not the way to do it. He attacks and Adamek gobble up the shots of Briggs. Nice straight right hand by Paul. Been the difference, in my opinion, in the fight. Both guys have shown superb. Those only account for 2 rounds on the Briggs score sheet. Look at these guys battle here.
Coming up on August 13th, more exciting boxing action. Battle for Pride and Country featuring Lewis. Date, August 13th. For tickets, call 312-559-1212.
And he's got those long arms. It's tough to fight. Rock him. It might steal the attention of the judges, though. Nice stiff jab followed up with the right hand. Crowd going to sway the judges here. Nobody really, the judging is concerned. And you know what? I'm afraid that Adamek, I'm afraid for Paul Briggs fans. You people watching in Poland, I have no fear that you're happy with this game. Briggs hasn't landed the big definitive punch. Almost, not quite. He lands and converts the ball. My golly, he's given it all he has. I'm afraid for Briggs, it's easy for Paul Briggs to come to the States here.
Coming up on August 13th, more exciting fight featuring Hassan the Rock Rahman versus Monty Two Guns Barrett in the WBC Interim Heavyweight Championship. Save the date, August 13th. For tickets, call 312-559-1212.
Idea, plant that jab in the face of Briggs. 4th round, the corner's done the accidental headbutt came way back in the 2nd round. Is Adamek out to land a series of those right hands. And if he gets him in trouble again, he better attack. There's the right hand punches at this late portion of the fight. He can go 12. He's done it the last 2 times up, providing my score sheet is accurate. He doesn't want to be talking to this guy. Any talking he needs to do with his fist. Countering in, it's got to be off the left shoulder. There's the angle. You see, off him if he's going to win this fight. And now he's got the left hand down of Adamek. Adamek is ready. Knock him out. If he doesn't, he's going to lose the fight. Caught him again. That's 4 times that right hand. Magnificent shape. There's a big right hand again. So does Paul have enough power left round, and he's going to win this round. But winning the round isn't enough. He's got to knock him down. That's all he's got to do is hold him on. And he's really doing a nice job with his reach of outboxing Paul. Got to be power shots down. He's in the wrong position. Adamek is off his right shoulder. Adamek, 20 seconds ago, Briggs to drop him. He doesn't see the sense of urgency that I see. There's the bell ending the 11th round. That's a Briggs. But I do know this. You're watching one whale of a who wants to win this fight. He better knock him out. Here he needs a knockout to win. Adamek starts off. Paul nails him on 12. And Briggs is doing it right now. He's trying to sneak off that shoulder. Snapping right hand shot misses. Continuing to box is Adamek. He's done a nice job throughout the course of the fight. of sealing and winning rounds with his jab and long reach. Adamek has a real good. Briggs was cut back in the second round.
Coming up on August 13th, more exciting boxing action. Global Glory. Battle for pride and country. Tickets call 312-559-1212.
Tomorrow, I'm going to know they're in the prize. There's blood all over ringside here. We need a hazmat team. Briggs needs to be urgent now. In his last fight, you know, he had his opponent down 3 times and he didn't push for a knockout. Here he's got to push for a knockout. He's not going to win this. It continues to come down. Of course, there's a tremendous fatigue. A minute 12 seconds from now, both of these guys are going to be pretty well expended. Adamek is outboxing Briggs here in the last round. And he continues for Adamek. He wants the counter him coming in, but he can't time it as a condition for the full 12. And was there any question that Adamek? There was, but he can. He's outboxing Briggs. Briggs tries to counter him, nails him with the right hand, backs him off. He's almost out of Briggs. Briggs has let his may see it his way, who knows? The crowd is going really berserk here. At the end of the fight, they exchange.
Judge John McCarthy scores this bout 115-113 for Adamek. Judge Nobuaki Uratani scores this bout 114-114, a draw. Ladies and gentlemen, Judge John Keane scores this bout 117-113 for the winner and new WBC light heavyweight champion from Gillelease, Poland, Tomasz!
So Adamek gets a majority decision.